puts him a little bit behind on the supply, but he's still 67 over 78, and now 75 over 76. So he's going to have to build a couple more overlords, and he is doing that. He's got all of his overlords over here just dropping creep everywhere, which is a very good idea whenever you are Zerg, because you want that creep bonus. And he is upgrading the carapace and then the melee attacks. So he's pretty committed to this Hydralisk build right now. And he does have his expansion a little bit more saturated over here. He could probably stand to get a few more drones up in there and try and just kind of saturate a little bit more. And Gorfy is over here, and he hasn't transferred over any probes to his expansion as of yet, but he is chrono boosting out a whole bunch of more probes over here. And it looks like Gorfy is actually pushing an immortal out here and another immortal, but he does have the robotics bay, so we could see some Colossus here anytime. But he is a little bit starving for gas right now, so that's probably why he's building more immortals than Colossus. So we've got James up over here destroying these destructible rocks. So it looks like he's going to go for another expansion up here at this high yield. So that's going to be he's going to really skyrocket over Gorfy if he can secure that expansion and really saturate it well. So we've got a couple immortals coming out here and a few zealots being warped in. So those are going to act as meat shields over here and try and take the brunt of those Hydralisk once the engagement happens. So we've got our first Colossus coming out over here. He's not chrono boosting it or anything, and he does have some energy on his Nexus, so he needs to be chrono boosting out that Colossus. But it looks like he might be saving it to saturate his mineral field over here in his expansion. So James has a very formidable force of Hydralisk over here, but he is going to need to put a little bit more Zerglings in there, or at least a couple of Roaches to act as meat shield or something. And he's just continuing to build Hydralisk, which is really good, but you still want some meat shield over there. That way you can really maximize the use of your Hydralisk. So he's saturated his expansion very well now, so he has a good amount of saturation on there, and the income is still probably about the same, but James is pulling a little bit ahead, as he does have a few more harvesters, and he has a little bit more saturation on his expansion over here. And it looks like he is sending out a drone over to these high yield mineral fields, so he is going to expand here soon. And there goes the hatchery, so he's going to be operating off of this high yield here pretty soon if Gorfy does not see it. So it looks like we've got some overseer action going over here, dropping a changeling over here. So if Gorfy didn't see that, then he's gonna think that this zealot is his. And James is going to get a whole bunch of scouting information. That's not what you want right now, because Gorfy knows that James is going Hydralisk, but James does not know that Gorfy is going Colossus. So it looks like he's going to find that out right now. And this zealot over here is kind of just blending in. He's hoping to praying to Ire over here that nobody finds his little Zerg tail sticking out of the back of his armor over there. So he's just kind of blending in, looking both ways, trying to see if anybody sees him. So looks like more pylons over here, as Gorfy did supply block himself one again over here, and that's delaying the creation of this Colossus. And it looks like this one hatchery is just about to complete, so he does need to start pushing out some drones over there. And James is responding in the perfect counter to the Colossus, and that is the Corruptor. So that is going to be really unfortunate for Gorfy if he doesn't start focusing down those Corruptors. But it looks like James is doing the perfect counter to these Colossus, and that is mass Hydra and a whole bunch of Corruptors to take care of those Colossus. So I'm really interested to see how this engagement's going to go once it happens. Although if he does use these sentries well, he can block off the Hydras at a narrow choke point and kind of blink his stalkers in, but he doesn't have blink, and kind of just push his stalkers in and try and snipe some of those Corruptors to get himself a little bit more advantage over here. So James is pretty high on the supply count. He's 164 over 182. And Gorfy is a little bit lacking over that, and he's 130 over 132. So James is definitely definitely ahead here, leading, and so I guess we'll see what happens here. The economy is about the same. They're both dead even as far as harvesters go, and economy. They're pretty even on gas. James is pushing a little bit more on the gas, so it looks like we got our first engagement coming on over here, and the corruptors are trying to snipe out those Colossus, and looks like they're gonna get this one Colossus over here. So Gorfy is in a really bad position right now. He needs to be microing this Colossus out of the way. He needs to get blink, so he can blink under those corruptors, and it looks like James is gonna flank Gorfy with these Hydralisks. So James did an awesome job of sniping out those Colossus. So now it's just Zealots and Stalkers, and that's not going to be enough to take down this 2-2 upgraded army of Hydralisk, especially when they get that little half semicircle of Hydralisk doom. He's got his Corruptors over here, kind of reinforcing the Hydralisk. So whenever they, if he has another Colossus coming out over here, he's not going to be very effective because those Corruptors are just going to eat that Colossus for breakfast. So looks like James is opting to go for a backdoor approach over here, and take out these destructible rocks, and then just come in through the back, as he doesn't want to push the main entrance over here. But that's not, I mean, it's not really all that much, because he has more than enough to take out. So here comes the Corruptors over here, leading the way, just trying to see what he has as far as Colossus go. But this is just too much of a huge army for Gorfy to deal with, and he only has 4 Stalkers and 1 Colossus, and these Corruptors are going to take out these Colossus. So I'd expect a GG here anytime, as Gorfy is just he's just beat, and there's the GG. So Gorfy realizes that he's beat, and because this is a very good macro by James, and a good perfect counter to the Colossus here by James. So a really good play, good scouting over here. A well-rounded good play by James. Hope you enjoyed this commentary. More to come.